be one of the best picks that they could have here for them to pick against this composition. Galio's gonna be picked up, so easy combos here and there for Nova. So we're just gonna be waiting for that last pick. Ezreal could get picked here by Remake, so they have a very safe lineup if that happens.
Yeah, very safe lineup. If ever, right now for Thunder Talk, their mid lanes, there's a lot of options for Z's champions here. And we've seen set support before by G2 Blacklist, but this time it's going to show up by Thunder Talk.
That could happen, but that could cost them the game here. Oh man, they really didn't have a lot of options anyway, but it could really work out. But I'm really excited in what their mid lane is going to be.
Yeah, and I think this will be a decent lineup. Actually, a good lineup for Thunder Talk, because we've seen G2 Blacklist play the exact draft that we've seen for the side of TT. They went in for the set and they have the Seaver. So when it comes to that aspect, it's really, really good. But Nova hovering onto the Ashe as well.
Really surprised that they have an Ashe on their side, because with this, let's talk about the composition that Nova concocted. They're going to be all be basing on what the Vladimir could do. And that's not a good composition, because you're going to be lacking on the DPS department. Camille and the Renekton's damage is just going to be there, but not going to be that high, especially in a composition like this, that what Thunder Talk was able to do, because it's going to be real hard to stick on these targets because of the presence of the Sivir in their composition. So that's why here, their damage, their biggest chunk of damage is all going to come from the Vladimir. And it is gonna be hard if you're just basing your composition off of a Vladimir. Oh man.
Yeah. Because traditionally as well, right? If you want to have that Ashe into the bottom lane along with the likes of Gragas or even Galio, you want a carry jungle. You want a carry mid lane to have the alleviations of lack of damage into the bottom lane. But this time around, Camille into the jungle, yes, you have so much utility innately onto Camille itself, but when it comes to the damage aspect, Camille's never going to carry lane.
Yeah, and it's also because of the nerfs before. I mean, during the start of Wild Rift, Camille was such a force. Camille was so strong, and that's why she got nerfs for nerfs. And for now, she's just a utility champion that you pick up for the Hextech Ultimatum, and that maybe a mid-tier damage, as I can say. So that's why here for the composition, it's gonna be hard to work around it. Thunder Talk has a way easier composition to pull off, especially that they were able to pick the Evelynn on their side. Evelynn is so strong. There's a reason why this champion is 100% presence in Wild Rift. It's because of how strong she is.
Yeah, pick ban-wise, if it's left open, it's going to get picked up.
Yeah.
So that is something that Thunder Talk was able to utilize. And going back into the bottom lane that we've had, the thing about the composition of Thunder Talk is that they want to stack these champions on top of each other for Nova. And that is the reason why, if ever since, or well, rather, even if the Gragas is left open, Set would still be a much better option for Thunder Talk, because they want to stack these champions. That is where the likes of Evelynn, that is where the likes of Sivir and Jax will come through when it comes to the coordination and chemistry of the champion coordination of the lineup of Thunder Talk.
Yeah, and also you can see the big difference of an Evelynn compared to a Camille, right, when it comes to the wave clear on the jungle. Just because of how strong the Evelynn is right now. She is just so good at doing that. Look at Chen-Shi, gonna pull back, gets another face breaker onto one, and they would force Remake to flash away, but Soil wasn't able to throw the boomerang in, and that could have been the very big advantage that they had here. Yami waiting for the Justice Punch, but they won't be able to reach it.
Yeah, that was so dangerous. If the Galio was level 3 at that point, Sivir would have been dead.
Yeah.
And that was just too dangerous going for the flash.
Oh, wait, what? Look at how scared he is. Long couldn't fight this for his life. Even Nian couldn't be able to help him. And he's just going to be taking it for himself. Goes in for the smite, and X-Buy still was able to get it in the end.
Oh, this is just so unfortunate, because right now, this is what Long did in game number 1.
What?
Like hindering the possibility for experience in gold.
Wait,
right now,
too aggressive though, X-Buy. Now he's forced to flash. Yitze uses the slice and dice a while ago, goes in for the flash and gets the first blood for Thunder Talk.
That was so good. That's what we're talking about. Sin on the Jax. Yes, that is a defensive champion, but when it comes to the right moment, those counter strikes. This is so much praise.
Yeah, look at the damage coming in from X-By this early in the game. Just as much is going to be used, but Z is going to be forced to flash. No more mana for the composition, and now, looking at it, we're seeing the damage. Long is just going to be taking this. At least that's a punish from the aggression from X-By a while ago.
But look at Soil getting free plays onto the bottom lane. You also have free gold and free XP. So right now, Thunder Talk, despite not being successful in taking their real Scuttler, or when Nova was able to push them back, they're still on edge. They're still on a better position that Nova is at in 2 minutes.
Yeah, for now, from what we're seeing here, what they want to do here for Thunder Talk is just to have that safety in the early to mid-game stages of the game. That's why they need consistent damage from that Ezreal so that they would be able to contest these early game objectives. But it's not going to matter because of how strong Evelynn is. That's why his composition overall is just easy to maneuver around with. So from what we're seeing here, X-By being level 5, this is when you're going to see the ganks coming in for Thunder Talk.
Yeah, it will be. Right now, that level 5 situation is pretty much like the do-all be-all of the Evelynn. Once that happens, invisibility comes through. Map control becomes so much more for Thunder Talk, and even the map control advantage at that.
Oh man,
just because of the presence of Evelynn.
Oh, this is what we're talking about here. The Jax versus Renekton. Look at how the tables have turned from the seasons that came from League of Legends. And look at how strong a Jax is. Just getting that first advantage. Back in my day, it doesn't work like that. Even if Jax gets the first kill, Renekton can still fight toe-to-toe against him. But again, look at this utter domination in the lane. And look at how he's going to be able to try and kill this. X-By is around the area, forced to use the dominance, but they're not going to continue the fight here.
Yeah, you mentioned back in your day?
Yeah.
How old are you, man?
I'm so old, man. I'm so old.
You're so old. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I am.
But
I'm not going to deny it.
You're not going to deny it?
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
old kid. No.
Yeah. Old man dash.
Old man.
Yeah. But again, from this game, Infinity, from what we're seeing here, look at the rotations that they're doing here. 30 seconds on the clock. They want Soul in the mid lane just for them to have a great shove on that wave in the mid lane so that they can choose confidently on what objective they want to go for.
Yeah, and this is pretty much how it works. Like when it comes to these lane controls, having that extra push, having that fast clear off that wave for Thunder Talk as well, it delays the recall for the likes of Yami, for the side of Nova. It pretty much delays a lot of things. So this is pretty much the micro plays. And right now, Thunder Talk goes for the Rift Herald as a priority. They want that pressure. Yeah,
they want the pressure. This is why it's hard even for Evelynn to be taking objectives by herself. It's because it's so hard to be consistent in that take. Oh, top side though. They already used their arrow. But nobody's going to be helping out X-By, and Nova is still... Wait, what? This tower in the bot lane is just going to be taken for free. And that's a first cert on the side of Thunder Talk Gaming, and they want to fight in this next objective. Shen-Shi would be looking... Oh, wait. That tower in the mid lane is going to be taken. But right now, Thunder Talk is still focusing on their farms here.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Thunder Talk already got the Tower First Blood. They had that huge gold injection already, and now Thunder Talk could focus on a Drake. Yeah, Thunder Talk's going for the Drake. Nova is not going to be giving this for free. Still have a lot of chances to go for the steal here. Goes in for the Justice Punch right now. They're going to be starting it onto the back line. Look at that face breaker on the damage. Long will be trying to get this, and this is still going to go for the Thunder Talk side. That's going to be damage from their side. X-By is going to be flashing away, and Thunder Talk is just going to be running. Shin's going to be the target, but that hook shot wasn't able to hit, but Shin would be able to jump. Leap strikes away. Yami's going to be there. Shield up the run. Goes in for the taunt, and they are just going to take 2 kills for free. And that's good for Nova. They needed those kills. They needed value coming from Thunder Talk, and those 2 kills alleviate so much gold disadvantage coming from the early game. And it was so good. Like, the lead strike was there, but the CC chain coming in from Nova, from Yitze, coming from Long as well, those single targeted became the detriment of Jax. Yeah, that's gonna be an opening here for their side though. This is going to be a big opening that Nova could utilize, especially they have a composition that could easily take down kills. They have a lot of single target CZs to work with, so what they can do here is to make use of this mid lane advantage that they got here, because as we said,
mid lane is such a great objective that you should always take, because when you open up the mid lane, you open up yourself to more possibilities, especially for the ganks.
Yeah, you open up 2 objectives as an advantage, and you open up even your enemy's jungler to have your control. So right now, that won't be as much of an issue given the fact that Thunder Talk has Evelyn. So
yeah,
that's something that we really have to take note of, that when it comes to that Evelyn pick, it's just so annoying to deal with just because of that invisibility overall and the burst damage.
Yeah, you don't even see her around the map, and that's what's make it hard, especially in competitive scene. They're gonna be hitting Chen-Chi. They're not gonna be killing that guy. That guy's very tanky. Good thing Z was able to arc and ship away. And Thunder Talk lives for another day.
Yeah, and the body block coming from Chen-Chi as well.
Wait,
playing for the team, a very team-centric player.
Oh no. That's gonna be it. Shin gonna be dead here. They have the ultimate on their side though. They're not have a way to go about this long. It's gonna be next. They have the damage on their side, and Chen-Chi is gonna be dying in the process. Right now, they have the Hemo Plague on everybody. Neon was able to get some damage in. 2 low HP members. Right now, Thunder Talk with On the Hunt are still confident that they can take this fight.
Look at X-Spy. Just waiting for the right time. Playing for the position game here. Could go in for the flank at the right moment. They could get those double kills if they want to. Just need this perfect time, but instead, with low HP already for his other teammates, he's not gonna go for engage.
Yeah, and now top side is gonna be free. Doesn't have anybody to help them out. Oh no, Thunder Talk, especially their macro, it's not looking so great because Nova's just taking objectives left and right.
Yeah, they definitely do. Yitze jumps in.
Yeah, goes for the Sun. X-By almost died in process, but he still has his passive right here. But again, that tower in the mid lane is not gonna fall.
Yeah, it's not gonna fall. 1.2k HP, still hefty amount into the mid lane turret. But Nova has to be wary of that, because the winning condition of Thunder Talk is not the late game, not the early game, not even the mid game. Their key coming to game 1 and game 2 is the Baron, so expect a similar matter coming into this game. If Nova is not wary enough and will belittle the potential of Thunder Talk once again, Baron could go down, and once again it will be a win for Thunder Talk.
Yeah, what's really scary about this is the double ADC composition that they have. Yes, they lost the Kha'Zix on their comp, but what's the next best thing? Having double ADCs and having an Evelyn on their team. And that's why it's going to be easier for them to take the Baron later on. And also, because you have to think about 2 ADCs on their side, it's going to be way harder to find a really nice target here. Because if you take that one, there's still another ADC. But on the other side, they just take Neon down. The damage from Nova is going to be fluctuating really fast.
We also have Long coming through as well. Dangerous position.
Ooh, Enchanted Crystal Arrow wasn't able to hit Yami. Without any vision, he was able to flash that away.
Yeah, and the thing is, there was pretty much 4 members from Nova who was looking to kill him. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow from Ashe, and you have 3 members as well, the jungler, the support, and even the Baron laner up against Yitze. And despite that, he was able to conquer. He was able to survive. Just speaking volumes on how good he is coming into those micro games. And now the Mountain Drake is open. Yeah,
Dragon's gonna be 5 seconds in. We're waiting for the Dragon to come out. Right now, Thunder Talk is already in position.
They're on position, and they're waiting for the right opportunity. X-Spy is positioning himself for a flank.
Yeah, for now. Let's see what they're gonna do here. Thunder Talk, let's see what they're gonna do. Do have some damage for this side. But what we're seeing here, Thunder Talk is just pulling it back. Doesn't have vision on this side of the map. That's why they're confident that they would be able to take this. So Nova would be a bit afraid. Chen-Chi is just going to be pulling back. Chen-Chi is going to be their first target on their side. That's going to be on their side. Nova was able to take it. And that's good. They have the last caress in the end. Chen-Chi is going to be their first target. Shin is going to be next. But on the backside, Yami was able to get the Justice Punch. Perfect timing right there. And Remake is going to follow through. There's no way for Z to go. Doesn't have the damage at this point in the game. And Nova was able to get the kill on them.
That Hemo Plague pretty much disintegrated the HP bars of Thunder Talk. It was too much damage, and at that point, when we were looking back at the replay, just look at the position of pretty much every single one of both these sides, because I think it's a really good position. And the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, as always, is too good for those long range engage. Look at Neon Hemo Plague. If that connects, its Chansey goes down, and you have the follow through as well. Pretty much very coordinated overall for Nova. That just isolated and disassembled Thunder Talk.
Yeah, it's a good thing that Nova is making use of this against the members of Thunder Talk here. And right there, it's really working out in favor of Nova Esports here. So what they want to do here, they would just want to make sure that everybody's kept in check. And with the damage that they have, they don't have it yet. They need to get third items on their ADCs to be able to make this work. Baron is available, and from what we're seeing, Nova Esports is looking to try and conquer it. That's where they're positioning on the top side of the map.
Yeah, they have learned from game number 1 and game number 2 that Third Talk is so much of a favorite in China Crystal Arrow.
Yeah, got the damage on Shin. Have the counter strike. Have the damage just yet. They use it on the hunt already. They're going to be running away, and that gives the sign to Nova to take the Baron.
Right now, Baron will be open. They have so much information onto the pit as well. And right now, they're just going for the push. Chensi.
Wait, Chensi, that's going to be scary. Just as Sponge is going to be used. They have the Haymaker. Goes into the back line. They're going to go in. The damage is going to be there. And X-Boy is going to be using last caress. Damage not going to be enough. Yeah. Right now, the ADCs are struggling on the side of Thundertalk, but nobody died on that fight.
Scared for both sides, but the thing is, Thundertalk got the tier 1 turret into the mid lane, so overall, much more value for the side of Thundertalk.
Yeah, right now, Thundertalk doesn't have a lot of HP on Shin. Yami wants to go for an engage. They got Z, and Z is going to be dead! That's a lot of damage from Nova, and that's one fight they used 2 enchanted crystal arrows.
Yeah, that was too good, and that's just the power of utility here. Remake. Now, Nova's starting the Baron.
Yeah, X-Boy doesn't have any vision. 4 members still alive, 3k HP. They're going to be canceling the Baron. They're going to be on looking on the other side. Chensi is going to die. And that's why Thundertalk is not going to have a great day here. This Baron is going to be taken for free. And Nova is going to be taking it right now. They have vision. They don't see where X-Boy is. Actually, they see him right now. And X-Boy looking for a chance, but it's not going to work.
That was unfortunate because the thing is, Yami was looking for the eye to come through if they have sights or if Evelyn was nearby. That's why he did the Justice Sponge, just to predict where he was, and that was just unfortunate. The Scryer's Bloom was also hit, seen on X-Boy, and after that, it was no more chance for Thundertalk to take the Baron.
Yeah, no chances for them to take it, and now Nova Esports would be able to do it on their own. Right now, this is working towards their favor. 3k gold lead, and so far, I haven't seen anybody, especially the ADCs, be able to deal the damage that we do expect from them.
Yeah. Well, considering with Ezreal's build, going for the Manamune, you also have the Iceborne Gauntlet. When it comes to the damage regard, it's not going to be as much. And Sivir, coming into their game, also not much damage. So pretty much Thundertalk has to play it a bit more safe, has to play it a bit more scaling into the late game.
Oh no, let's take a look at it. That's going to be damage. Chensi super low. Body's going to die, but I think he would actually from the Hemo Plague, and that is going to be it. They got the damage and they got the kill on the Chensi from far away. And Nova Esports with the Baron and just powering through these lanes.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like, where is X-Boy going? Flash.
Yeah, Remake's gonna go for it, and that's gonna be Last Caress gets the kill into the back line, but X-Boy is gonna be on the process of dying, and that's gonna be 2 kills on their side. Z is gonna be able to go there. That's not gonna work. Z is gonna be dead. That's gonna be on their side. Long is gonna go for the chase, but I think it's still gonna work out in the end here for their side, and they're just gonna be pushing their towers, and that's gonna be Thundertalk losing control of this game.
Yeah, they lost control. Neon was forced to be pushed back, but Inhibitor Turret already fell down on top side of the map. So Nova Esports at this point, they already got so much value out from the Baron. And now the Ice Drake is also open.
Yeah, and this is it. They're going to be taking the Dragon on their side. And from what we're seeing, really a good spot to be in for the squad. Now what they could make use of this advantage is going to work for Nova Esports. I mean, they got the second Dragon, not a soul. So it's still a good spot for Nova.
Yeah, it's still a good spot. It's an extra buff that they will be able to utilize. And we have to consider that the thing is, Nova is already at 7k gold lead at this stage. And that is massive. When we're talking about the possibility of Neon's damage to be that huge dependency of Nova, given how much utility-centric their composition is, he's able to fit that role perfectly, just given the items that he has. Infinity Orb, you also have the Rabadons, you also have the Crown. There's just so much damage with defensive capability as well to deny the initial engage for Thundertalk.
Yep, and for now, Thundertalk really struggling in that department, and also because they don't really have a lot of ways to peel for their ADCs, because whenever it comes down to it, Chensi's just going to use the Showstopper and just get pushed onto the back line, and that's why it's so hard for them to find any opportunities to make the ADCs confident on taking those battles.
Yeah, and given how we mentioned a while ago, right? Iceborne Gauntlet for Z, and it's something that will not give you as much damage, but I think what Z wants is to play it for a bit more sustain, right? Just because you have that extra armor, given how 4 members of Nova is pretty much AD. But the thing is, Nova now starting the Baron.
Yeah, starting Baron, they have it on the hunt, they don't have vision,
They
they're gonna
turn.
go for Chenji again. Long is gonna be able to deal so much damage, and that Meteor Enchant is gonna be enough for them to finish a kill. And Nova right now has advantage. Thunder Talk doesn't deal anything right here, and that's why it's super hard for them to do something. Right now, X-Buy would just go and try for them to deal damage here, but so far, it's not working out in their favor. 3k HP, still have X-Buy, they don't have vision on him. That's why they're hesitating to go for the take here. Right now with 2k HP, that's gonna be it. That might be the end, and they tried to go for the end, but it's not gonna work out. They were able to get the kill, and right now they're gonna follow through. Soil is gonna be here. Long is gonna be their target, but hook shots away. And they still got the Baron on their side. Shin, too confident. Yami is gonna be taken down here. Shield of the Run is gonna be used. They got some HPs, and the fight is not working out for him.
Still on a cooldown, but Sin still going through.
Yeah, looking at it. Sin, okay, they're gonna go for the Barret, for the Elder Drake here, but they're gonna be pushing back Long as much as they can. They don't have a jungler, so this is still a very hard fight to take for their side. Nian's gonna follow through. Don't really have enough damage at this point. He's trying to take the risk here to do damage on Z. What a great transfusion, and now that might be the end. Soil doesn't have any damage, and he's gonna be ended. Thunder Top are gonna be losing this next game, even with a 4k gold lead. With the Elder Baron, this game's done.
There's no more chance. Z was brought down to 1 HP. Sivir fell down right after. Neon's damage is insane. And now Nova has the Baron. They have the Elder Drake, so they could definitely put this into an end if they want to.
Yep, that's gonna be the game right here. Right now, Nova is looking to go for that end. And with what we're seeing here, this is gonna be what they're looking for. That arrow is not gonna be hitting. So far, they're going to be struggling here, but on the back line, they're going to look for it, but X-Buy wasn't able to go for the hit. And now, even with that, Last Caress is going to be used, but he's going to be killed in the process. Right there onto the back line, they're going to be denying the minions from going through, but that Elder Drake buff is going to be ending them. And, as we've said, Thunder Talk, that game wasn't able to deal any damage. And that's why here, we've seen Nova take the win.
Yeah, and we asked for Nova to be the one who has